When you create your new free HMS account on the HMS cloud, you get access to all sorts of features, many of which will do all the things you need, and so you have no need to move past the free version. You also have access not only to versions on your one computer, which may be a Macintosh, but you have access to the same versions which you can download and run successfully on a Windows and Linux computer, all for free, no problems at all. If you have an iPhone, an iPad, or some other browser-based computer, you can also connect in by clicking on this button here to go in and log into the services. A lot of this, not everything is available. The majority of things are available on the cloud. Okay, so the question is, if I can use all the things on the free version, why on earth do I want to upgrade? Well, you might not need to upgrade, and even if you do want to upgrade, it may be that you only want to upgrade one module. It could be that you use the CRM a lot but not the others at all, in which case you can save yourself half the money of a Pro by just upgrading one module. But if you find that you do need to or want to upgrade to more than one module, it's definitely worth getting the Office Haven Pro license. The advantage of that is that now you get access to the Pro version of all 5 applications and any new ones that we add on over time. You'll get access to them and the Pro features of them automatically just by paying for 2. You get the other 3 for free. So if you want to save yourself money and you do need to upgrade just one. If you need 2, then you might as well get the whole lot. Okay, so what is in the Pro versions that you might find useful? Well, we'll start off with Haven. First of all, the free version allows you to store 1 gigabyte worth of documents on the server. Now remember that 1 gigabyte worth is actually compressed. Now typically files, depending on what they are compressed to around 50% or more of their size, maybe to about a third of their original size, depending on what they are. Certainly things that people store like office documents will sometimes compress to about 10% of their original size. Other ones like movies and photographs are already compressed and so won't compress so far. So the 1 gigabyte limit that you have on the free account is roughly equivalent to about 3 gigabytes worth of space. And remember that each time you keep multiple versions, those are filling up your 1 gigabyte. So if you upgrade to the Haven Pro, you'll get 10 gigabytes worth of storage on the server. Another thing that you get access to when you go to the Pro version is that you can join accounts together. So you can see here this particular document that I've taken out here was created by someone else. I don't have access to change all the details on it, but I do have access to take that document out, work on it and put it back. So it means that we can share documents and projects, files amongst multiple users. Again, they can be Macintosh, PC or Linux, it doesn't matter. It also means that you have the ability to archive projects, so you can back them up offline if you're reaching your 10 gigabyte limit. You have access to the billing features, so that you have a simplified billing program that you can tie to your project. You can also connect instead of to the HMS cloud for the storage of your documents. You can ask HMS and we will connect to your FTP server. So if you have one locally in your department or maybe in your school or maybe you've purchased access storage on a particular FTP server somewhere, tell us what the address is, the username and password details, whether you want the information to be secure, FTPS transfer or not, and we'll set that up for you. So you're still connecting to the main cloud for all your metadata, but when it goes to take the documents out and put them back, they can be to your own local personal file server. The other thing that you get access to is web content. That's where you have the ability, when you put away projects, to not only compress them and put them away onto the normal FTP server, but put a copy of the contents of that project in an uncompressed format, somewhere up on the internet where others can get access to it without having to connect through Dockhaven. Okay, so that is why Dockhaven might be useful. The next one we're going to have a look at is CRM Haven. Why would you need to go for the Pro version with this? Again, you may well find that the free version is fine for you, but you can only support up to 1,000 clients. The advantage of the CRM Haven Pro is that instead of being limited to just 1,000 clients, you can actually go up to store 100,000 clients on the server, which should be more than the vast majority of people need. If you do need even more than 100,000 clients, then please contact Holy Mackerel Software, and I'm sure there's some arrangement we can come to. And that's 100,000 per user as well, just like the Dockhaven Pro is 10 gigabytes per user. So if you did happen to have 5 or 10 users together, that really is a massive amount of storage that you can have, way more than most people would normally need. The other thing, of course, is that you have the in the CRM is the ability to share particular clients, so you can put users, define them as being members of particular groups, and so you can have your own personal contacts in addition to groups which other users in your group have access to, which are more common. Okay, so sharing amongst multiple users is what the CRM Haven Pro will be useful for. The third one is Cache Haven. Again, we have the ability down here. Let me just put in the password. We have the ability here to put in different users and charge different transactions to those different users, so we can make sure that all of the users over time are able to make cashless purchases, cashless sales and returns with one or more people being the main administrators for them. But that would certainly make life a lot easier, having a multi-user system where everybody can use just their bits of cash and keep a list of transactions of them over time as needed. The next one is Screen Haven. So in this circumstance, what we're able to do is have multiple people share each other's screens. So if you did have a work group of people, of 3 or 4 people, you could have them set up so that they could at any time share each other's screens, or record a presentation of a number of different things, put it up on there, and make it available for others to download and view. So it's the collaborative side. The other side of Screen Haven that's useful is that by default, to the free version, you can only store up to 10 of the previous screens. With Screen Haven Pro, you can go up to keep it the last 1,000 screens, which should be way more than most people would actually need to keep. Okay, so that's Screen Haven Pro. In addition to that, the joint sharing of accounts, you're also able to have the guest access, which means that people can use your username but get the guest access. So it could be people, you could share your screens with those outside of your normal group. There's no reason why you can't let 10 people use your guest password to connect in and see your screen at any one time. You don't have to just limit it to a one-to-one. The other thing with the screen side of things is that you're able to make use of the saving of the screens as a picture, as multiple pictures, or as a movie. That comes with the Pro version. Finally, the last Pro version to be mentioned is the Twit Haven. Here, the main feature that you're able to have is that you can share amongst multiple people your different messages, but there are two additional features. One is that every message you send, as well as coming down to any of the other users in their version of Twithaven, you're able to get it to send that message as an email to that user, so people themselves can determine whether they just receive the messages via Twithaven or whether they receive the messages via email, or whether they also, in addition, a third way, can receive their messages via SMS using a service from a company called SMS2SMS.com. So any messages being sent around can be received, depending on the recipient. They may choose to have it in one of three ways, and hopefully over time that will be expanded to Twitter as well, so that as soon as a message is sent out, the message goes potentially to up to 4 different locations, depending on where people want. Okay, so those are some of the major features of the Pro versions of the HMS products. As I said, you may well be happy with the free version. Please feel free to continue using the free version. If any 2 or more you think you could really benefit from, then you'll get the whole lot, all 5 of them. Even if you do decide to run all 5, you don't have to. You can either choose to run them as individual programs, you're downloading their individual application, or you can download the Office Haven application, which has got all 5 applications built into one. Doesn't matter which one you download, but it's entirely up to you. And of course you can download them whether you're running free or as Pro. You can download them to as many computers as you want to, and connect in and share your data amongst as many different users as you want. Okay, I hope that's helped you get a grip on why you might or might not need to go to the Pro version, and hopefully you'll find that even if you use the free version, you'll find it a useful product. Thank you, and goodbye.